we can communicate more effectively and develop meaningful relationships. The title of her speech is Walking Through the Doors. Welcome, a round of applause, standing ovation.
How did you feel tonight when you walked through that door? Just take a moment and think about it. Did you feel relieved because you were stressed from the drive here? Were you excited? Did you feel welcome? Were you present to your emotions? We all have emotions. Every time we walk through a door, our mind shifts and we have different venue. What triggers you? Do you know anything that triggers your emotions? Is it your spouse or whatever? So I'm going to share with you tonight not about our primary emotions, which is the fear or the love, but our secondary ones, the ones that we use every day and that we can be in control of. What about the policeman? That he comes home, he has to leave his work at work and come in to his family. He walks through the door and it's a whole new world. Project number Pathways project level 3 is where you have a project to do and then you report about it. And it is on emotional intelligence. So, I had all this down. What they do as we're moving along into Pathways is they give you something to do and then you do a report on it. So I was to journal for 2 weeks on my emotions. And then I'm going to tell you a story about some things that came up, that I discovered. Now when I was young, I knew and I recognized what my emotions were that triggered me. It's loud things, things that are loud or confusing, and I knew how to run. So being sensitive, that's what I did. Well, this last year I know that I have grown, I have noticed. Do we really change? Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. But we keep getting life, keeps showing up all the time, the same things. One of the things that I get to practice on is when I go to see my daughter. I walk through that door and right away, her beautiful, huge, sable German Shepherd that loves me is all over me and talking, bark, bark, bark. I mean, you can see in the face, it's not barking at me, he's trying to talk to me. So it takes me a few minutes to really just to get him settled down. And then I hear noise everywhere in the house. If it's not something that they're playing on the TV, my daughter talks loud. She didn't talk loud when she was young. But she talks loud. Mom's here. What's going on? I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm sitting here like, tone it down. But guess why? She has a husband who is hard of hearing. And he will not go to the doctor to get hearing aids. So in the house, it's always noise. Well, in the past, I would flee. Okay, I can talk to you for a little while, then I leave. And she said, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Why are you so sensitive? Over the years, I learned, or not over the years, actually just this last year, I learned to come in and to relax, to detach, and to be present and open, and to listen. And then I can hear her story. Next scenario is walking in the door here to Toastmasters. And a little while back, I noticed that I am so eager. I love this place. I'm so eager to get here, and I want to do everything. And you probably know that. So I come in and I like, okay, where's the room? I gotta do the board, I gotta do this and do that. And then I noticed I'm stressed, and what happens? Wesley Sherwood walks in. And he comes up to me and he says, relax, chill out. What's going on? And at that moment, the Spirit says to me, just let go. And I learned a lesson. I do too much sometimes. And that is not a gift to you, because you don't get to stand up. Okay, moving right along. Emotional intelligence is really a way you understand and manage your emotions and self-motivate. It's not all about me, it's about how you react with other people too. Whether you have empathy with them and try to understand where they're coming from. It's real important, and I get an opportunity every time I walk through that door into Toastmasters to do that. Being able to control your own emotions and understand others is a gift. So I want to challenge you to notice when you walk through a door, if you could just stop and be aware and be present to your emotions and who you are, because we're here to reframe our thinking so that we can shine. And I'm just going to leave it with this. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.